The top 5 people destroying the Trump administration in real time, or how 5 humans turned MAGA into a group project gone wrong. Let me start like this. There's a myth in American politics that power only flows one way. That once a man puts his name on a building, slaps a red hat on his supporters and yells loud enough, the whole system just folds like a lawn chair at a cookout. That myth has been getting jumped for the last year. Not politely disagreed with, not debated, jumped, curb-stomped, dragged into court, roasted in filings, embarrassed in public, and sometimes, let's be honest, spiritually humbled. Because right now, the Trump administration isn't losing to Democrats as an idea. They're losing to specific people, people with names, people with paperwork, people with receipts, timestamps, and zero patience for nonsense. So today, we're counting down the top 5 people absolutely destroying the Trump administration in real time. These aren't commentators. These aren't podcasters. These aren't folks tweeting through pain. These are the ones making Trump's lawyers age in dog years. Let's begin. Number 5, Maureen Comey, the quiet one who keeps the dagger clean. Now listen, Maureen Comey does not yell. She does not do press conferences like she's dropping an album. She doesn't need to insult you. She just shows up. And your entire defense collapses. Maureen Comey is that person in the room who says very little, but when they do, everybody else starts checking their notes, their emails, their Slack messages, and their souls. She represents the most dangerous energy in the legal system. Calm competence. No theatrics. No viral moments. Just clean, methodical dismantling. Her power is restraint. She doesn't chase Trump. She doesn't posture. She lets the law do what the law does when someone keeps testing it like a microwave manual written in all caps. Every appearance she makes reminds the administration of something they hate, that there are still adults in the building. And that's the humiliation, because Trumpism thrives on chaos, on confusion, on noise, and Maureen Comey doesn't give them noise. She gives them silence, followed by consequences. She's not trying to be famous, she's trying to be right. And that's terrifying to people who only know how to lie loudly. Number 4, Leticia James, New York's favourite. I said what I said. Leticia James is not here to argue philosophy. She's here to collect. She walks into court like someone who already knows the ending because she read the receipts last night. Highlighted them, tabbed them, and printed 2 extra copies just in case somebody wants to play dumb. And let me tell you something. Trump's people love to play dumb. She doesn't allow it. What makes Leticia James devastating isn't just the lawsuits, it's the tone. She talks to Trump like someone talking to a man who has already lied to them too, many times, and now has to explain things slowly, clearly, and on the record. She represents something Trump hates more than opposition, accountability that doesn't blink. No fear, no reverence, no former president baby talk. Just, sir, that's fraud, in a voice that sounds like it's been waiting all week to say it. And let's be clear, the embarrassment factor here is elite. New York money, New York courts, New York swagger. The same city that made Trump is now auditing him like a suspicious expense report. That's poetic. That's Shakespeare with subpoenas. She doesn't need to raise her voice. She raises the stakes. Number 3, Rob Bonta, the lawsuit factory with a calendar and a vision. Rob Bonta is what happens when you treat the law like infrastructure instead of vibes. While Trump's administration is out here governing off gut feelings and cable news segments, Rob Bonta is filing lawsuits like it's his cardio, and the thing is, they keep working. Every time Trump tries to flex executive power like it's a gym selfie, Rob Bonta is already in court asking, cool story, but where does the Constitution say that? And suddenly the administration is explaining itself to a judge instead of a cheering crowd. That's a terrible environment for Trumpism. Bonta represents a nightmare scenario for authoritarian-leaning politics, systems that remember precedent, statutes, timelines, things you can't yell over, things that don't care how loud your base is. He's not flashy. He's relentless. He's not emotional. He's strategic. He's not reacting. He's anticipating. And that's why the administration keeps tripping over California. Because California isn't playing defense. It's playing chess while Trump is flipping the board and insisting he won. Number 2, Fani Willis, the Southern prosecutor with zero tolerance for foolishness. Now let's talk about Fani Willis. Fani Willis doesn't argue with Trump like he's powerful. She argues with him like he's annoying. That's the secret sauce. She approached Trump's mess in Georgia the way black folks approach someone who's been lying at the family reunion all day. Calm, direct, no dramatics. Just, we heard the phone call, right? Her presence alone broke the illusion that Trump could bully his way through local systems. She reminded everyone that federal swagger doesn't mean much when you're standing in a state courtroom with evidence and witnesses who aren't impressed. And the real damage she did wasn't just legal, it was symbolic. She proved that Trump's whole intimidation strategy falls apart when the person across the table doesn't need his approval, his validation, or his respect. She didn't treat him like history. She treated him like a case. And that shift? That's devastating. Number 1, Jack Smith, the GOP's personal nightmare in a suit. Now listen closely. Jack Smith is not a person. Jack Smith is a concept. Jack Smith is what happens when the federal government remembers it has teeth. He doesn't chase headlines. He doesn't tweet. He doesn't posture. He just files documents that make Trump's lawyers look like they forgot their homework and showed up with vibes. The reason Jack Smith scares the GOP isn't just Trump. It's precedent. It's the idea that power doesn't grant immunity, that you can't just talk your way out of everything forever, that at some point someone is going to say, "Cool speech." Now answer this question under oath. Jack Smith represents the thing Trumpism fears most: consequences without commentary. No speeches, no insults, no theatrics. Just facts walking slowly toward you while you run out of excuses. And every time he appears, you can feel it. The panic, the scrambling, the sudden legal expertise from people who barely passed civics. He forces them to confront a reality they've been dodging for years, that shouting doesn't work in a courtroom. Jack Smith isn't trying to destroy Trump politically. He's just letting Trump explain himself legally. And that's been enough. Closing. So when people ask, why does it feel like the Trump administration is constantly under pressure? This is why. Not because of one election, not because of one party, but because specific people decided to do their jobs with precision, discipline, and a complete lack of fear. These 5 aren't loud. They're effective. And that's why Trumpism keeps slipping on banana peels it laid itself. Because power hates mirrors. And right now, these 5 are holding one up and refusing to blink. If you want more breakdowns like this, deeper, messier, funnier, you already know what to do. This is Marcus Ferrell Live. Like, share, subscribe, and remember, the law doesn't care how big your ego is. It cares how well you can explain yourself. And a lot of people are failing that test